What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Um, I done surprised y'all and hit y'all with a back door job, man. Friday night, last night was really nice, and so tonight we're gonna backdoor and give you another one. And I always appreciate y'all taking y'all time out. I see that the Batwing Queen is in the building. Now, nothing was wrong with it. You can set it to where it's like, you know, what do they call that? On hold. You can set it to where it's on hold, like it's letting everybody know I'm getting ready to do it, and then you come on in. But as y'all enter the room, please be sure to hit the like button. Hit that like button, man. And I don't ask y'all to do that because of uh, vanity or just because I want to look up and see all these likes. What it does, it incorporates me more into the algorithm, and that way, random people will be able to see my videos. My diehard supporters like y'all always are down and you have your notifications on, and typically you get the notifications when I post. A lot of people say that they don't, and I don't know if that's just something that happens, or I don't know if it's just something that happens to certain people, but the more people engage and like and all that and share and all that, then it expands the audience, and then we can grow the channel through those means. So that's why I'm always emphasizing for y'all to hit the like button. It ain't just about the quantity. As y'all can see, with the shirt I got on, strength and knowledge. Strength ain't always in the numbers. Strength is in what you know. Numbers count. Numbers have a place, but one intelligent individual can overpower 100 foolish people because the strength is in the knowledge. So I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get it on, man. Y'all see the title. I appreciate y'all jumping in on this Saturday night. I know this the night that y'all like to go out and drop it like it's hot. Y'all be at the club dipping and dropping like it's hot and whipping and nay-naying, and I don't know the dances, man. I'm just talking. But as you see by the title, we love to be mistreated. And I know what some of y'all might be thinking, man, I don't love to be mistreated. What you talking about? Who loves to be mistreated? You love to be mistreated. Man, how you gonna tell me I love to be mistreated? You don't know me like that. Well, I'm gonna give a few examples, and if you find yourself um, exempt from any of these examples I give, then I'll be proven wrong. But if you find yourself in accord with any of these examples, then guess what? You would have to co-sign with your big brother, because it doesn't just cover one category. It's not just one category. When I say that we love being mistreated, because there's so many things and so many examples that we can look at that kind of bear witness and prove and verify what I mean. And I'm not necessarily being literal when I say we love to be mistreated, but that is the appearance that it gives when we are mistreated, when we are abused, when we are disrespected, but yet we continue to gravitate right back towards the very things that mistreated us, abused us, and disrespected us. I was talking to the homie Murder One yesterday, and Murder always comes, from time to time, and he'll say, "Man, I got a good topic for your channel here and now." which I encourage all of y'all to do. If y'all got any ideas or things y'all might want to hear me talk about, then feel free to always throw it out there. And like I said before, if it's something that I know about or if I think I know about it and it's interesting to me, I'll talk about it. You know, if I don't know about it, then obviously I won't. But Murder was talking about how he went in a store recently and he patronized the establishment, but after spending his money and patronizing the establishment, he asked could he use the restroom. And the person told him no, he couldn't use the restroom. That's a public restroom. It's not like one of those places where you go, well, we don't have a public restroom. It's just employees only, or the restroom's out of commission. It was like, nope, you can't use the restroom. No explanation, no rhyme or reason. Yet he had just spent his money with them. I told him, I said, man, I would have got my money back. Whatever I bought, I would have put it back and I would have asked for a refund, because we spend so much money. And as Black people, speaking specifically for Black people, we spend so much money outside of our community and we make everybody else rich, and we never receive any kickback from the finances that we steady pour into other people. So these individuals, they come and they set up shop in our neighborhoods and they literally make millions and millions of dollars, and they get super, super wealthy off of our little crumbs that accumulate. The $2 you spent, the $3 he spent, the 10 he spent, the 12 she spent, the 4 she spent in the course of weeks, months, years, decades, that accumulates and adds up to millions and millions of dollars. But when you think about how they treat you when you come into these establishments, how they treat us, it puts it in your mind, well, we must love to be mistreated. Because who would continue to constantly spend money and give money to individuals who every time you come in there, they either think you're getting ready to steal something, they're either rude, and they don't even greet you when you come in. You go to some of these stores and restaurants, and you walk in, as soon as you hit the door, they say, welcome to such and such, thank you for coming in. Everybody walks in, they greet them like that. That is a good customer service practice. That's a good customer service practice, to greet every customer or potential customer that comes into the store. Even so much so to where if it kind of gets on your nerves as a customer, sometimes like, man, you're too polite, but that's a good thing. It's like how you walk in, you walk in Foot Locker, as soon as you step in the door, they, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Something I can help with you? Now, we be hypocritical because we get upset when they do that. Because you're like, man, let me get in here good first. Let me look around. I ain't even had a chance to look around yet, man. I'll let you know. But in reality, that's a good customer service practice. Because if the shoe is on the other foot, which it has been a lot of time, if you walk into a store and you've been in there 2-3 minutes and ain't nobody even came over to you to check on you to say, may I help you? Are you good? I'll be with you. Is there anything you need? Then we get mad. So make the choice. What we gonna do? We gonna either accept the good customer service in the rare times that it comes, or not. So these convenience stores and these different places we like to go in the hood, man, the cleaners, the nail shop, whatever it is that you like to do, restaurants, they only care about your money. And they have gotten so comfortable to where they'll take your money, won't even look up and make eye contact with you as they're doing the transaction, won't even say, thank you for coming, please come again, and just on to the next. And we've seen multiple videos of how they've treated people in our neighborhoods, just hitting black women and talking crazy, calling the police, threatening, just, and even in situations where they were in the wrong. Because as a customer, if something doesn't go right with your transaction, or if you feel something doesn't go right with your transaction, then you have a right to express that grievance, and you should express it in a respectful way. You shouldn't bust in the door cussing people out and flipping out and slapping all the potato chips off the aisle and nothing like that. But even when you come polite and you come respectful, just to say, hey, I asked for such and such, and you gave me this, and I just wanted to, get it exchanged. And they start going off. They start flipping out and going off on you. Why? Because they don't respect you. They only want your money. They have been taught and trained by the same enemy who enslaved us how we should be treated. Plain and simple. So they follow suit and they treat you the same way. So when my brother was telling me, hey man, the dude didn't want me to let me use the restroom, I said, that's crazy. He said, you need to talk about that. I said, yeah. But what we also need to do, is we need to understand that as long as we continue to patronize and spend money with them, then it's not going to ever stop. And I see Angela said, whatever, Kay, that's all they understand. Well, that might be what gets the reaction out of them. If we come in going off and flipping out, that may be the reaction. But what we got to always remember is that in situations like that, it's very important for us to make sure that when we come in to express our grievance, whatever it is, we got to come the correct way initially. We got to have it on record that we didn't come in the door acting crazy, going off. We want to have it on record. See, we live in a day and time where everything is recorded, everything is filmed, everything is on, go to the film, it's on camera. So I want to be able to cover myself, so when it does go bad and the story gets told, I want to be able to say, well, I walked in the door and I calmly and politely asked this man or informed this man that my order was wrong, and I was just asking could they correct it, and then he raised his voice and went off and blah, blah, blah. You let them escalate it, see, because the odds is already against us just for being us. So we want to put it on record that we did what we were supposed to do, that we would not be aggressive. Because you never be the aggressor, but you fight with those who fight with you. You don't be the aggressor, but we ain't gonna turn the other cheek either. So, but until we reach a point where we would just decide, hey man, you know what? That type of disrespect will not be tolerated, not just by me, not just by you, him or her. It will not be tolerated collectively in our community. It has to be a code established that stipulates that we don't tolerate that kind of disrespect. And everybody needs to abide by it. Everybody needs to follow it. Man, woman, child, grandma, grandbaby. Everybody needs to have that instilled and encoded into our psyche, so we'll understand that even if it's not you today, if you look, I can't be in the store and see them disrespecting somebody that's in line in front of me. So if we not tied on the string together, or if we just got the mentality, well, as long as he ain't talking to me, yeah, he can cuss her out. He can cuss this grandmother out. Ain't my grandmother. If we had that mentality, and then once they get through arguing and he kicks her out the store and threatens the police and almost hits her or whatever, then I walk right up and put my stuff on the counter and start pulling my money out, then we already lost. We've already lost our power. We haven't even exercised our power simply because we're disconnected. And when they see that, because that's what's happened a lot of times, it's like a lot of isolated incidents have taken place in these establishments, and it doesn't stop the next one of us from coming right in and spending our money the same way. So once they kind of peeped that and understood that, they were like, oh, we could really act bad now. We could double down because they ain't gonna do nothing. And if an individual is comfortable disrespecting you in your own area, they are a minority in terms of the numbers in these areas that they set up shop. They comfortably set up shop in black neighborhoods and just don't have any type of problems in their mind. It's like they're comfortable. So the reason why they're comfortable because they have learned over time that it doesn't matter what we do. Some of the stores we go to, we've been going to them since we was young. Or they've been around 10, 15 years. Man, this store been in the neighborhood 10, 15 years. I've been coming to this store since the 90s. And we comfortable. Or they comfortable. And we comfortable too. Because as long as they got our cigarettes, as long as they got our beer, as long as they got our Black and Miles, as long as they got our scratch-offs, as long as they got them gambling machines in there, see? As long as we can go get us some poke skins, see? All the things that contribute to messing us up anyway, as long as they got it, we good. We will even argue with them while we putting out our money. Man, this don't make no sense, man. Time I come in the store, man, it's a problem. I come in, man, yeah, man, take this money, man. I seen it. I seen it. So when does a day come where we ask the question, okay, man, you know what? When is enough gonna be enough? When is enough gonna be enough? So if enough is never enough, then that means to me that we like being mistreated. We must love that. We must be pain freaks. We must be pain freaks, man. Because there are only certain things that bring pain to us that we should welcome that pain. And that is only because those things that I'm thinking in my mind that bring pain to us, eventually that pain turns into a benefit, turns into joy. Like somebody say, you know, when you exercise, no pain, no gain. So you put yourself through all of this rigorous training. You running in the heat, you throwing up, you sick, you hurt, you sore the next day. You're going through all this strenuous training and you feeling all this pain. And then after the fact, you start to see results. You're like, okay, man, it's coming together. After the fact, you can run longer, faster, you're stronger, you better, your performance is better, your health is better, you losing weight, you whatever it is you're trying to do, because you put yourself through that process and that pain transformed itself into a beneficial gain. See, it's like a woman giving birth to a child. She goes through all of the stress of carrying a child for 9 months and being uncomfortable and not feeling like herself. And then when it's time, the labor pains, some women being labored 15, 20, 30 hours in the pain when they pushing and hollering and screaming, babies coming out or whatever, C-section, whatever. It's a painstaking process. Then you see the joy and the happiness on their face once they land there holding the baby. See? It's like when you trying to reach a goal, a financial goal. And it's like, you know what? I got to sacrifice and not floss and flex and splurge and spend so much money on other stuff. I'm saving money. I'm putting money away. I'm living a little bit more frugal now. I'm not spending as much money. I'm not eating out. You making sacrifices to put away some bread for a greater purpose. It might be a little painful, but when you get to your goal, you like, it was worth it. Those are the things that we can look at and say, okay, in that respect, pain is a benefit because it's a different kind of pain. But the disrespect that you feel when a person just looks at you like you nothing, but at the same time expects something from you, that initial disrespect, that automatically hits you like, hold up. But after the disrespect, you lose a part of yourself. If you feel, see, once the disrespect hits, that's now you at the fork in the road. That mean that, man, this cat done disrespected me. You in the valley of decision. You at the fork in the road. I have the choice to say, am I gonna still spend my money and give my support to this person? Or am I going to take my business somewhere else? I'm going to walk out. I don't care how bad I wanted what I wanted that they had. Nobody else may not even have what I'm looking for but them. But it's a character issue now. It's a principle now. Got to let them have that. And what kind of example does it set? Because you may be in there with your little son or your little daughter, your little niece or your nephew. You may be in there by yourself, but it may be another young child in there, impressionable. And they looking at the exchange that you and this person are having. And the way you handle that may affect how they think and how they would deal with it moving forward. See? So it's never just about us. We got to remember that. It's never just about us. We have to set an example to show our young ones how to deal with those types of situations and those types of people. And the young ones will take to it more than us because we get set in our ways and we don't want to hear nothing. We think we know everything in this. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Nobody got to say, yeah, I know he cussed me out, but I need my cigarettes. I don't feel like going to the other store. It's too far. I ain't supporting no black owned. Because boy, let it be black owned. And they mess up one time. They'll never get a second chance. See, that's how messed up we are. We'll go somewhere else 8,452 times. But boy, as soon as your brother, your sister make an honest mistake, and they could be humble about it, like, oh, I'm sorry. See, that's the problem. That's why. Well, we start showing out. We go out our way to let them know, to let each other know. See, that's a conditioning that have taken place in us. See? So it's the same with people. We have people in our lives that have mistreated us, did us bad, have never seemed to respect us, have went out of their way to disrespect us, and we continue to get right back shoulder to shoulder with them. And nobody can understand why. The people on the outside of you can never understand why. They're like, man, why do you keep dealing with this girl, man? Why you keep dealing with this dude? Well, we've been best friends, man, since second grade. But he's not your best friend no more. He's different. She's different now. See, longevity in terms of the time you've been knowing somebody, that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed that y'all have to be linked for life. Because I've been knowing him. We go way back, man. Yeah, but he ain't the same no more. Because y'all grew up and you started to do things one way. You was trying to make better of yourself. He didn't follow suit. So now he's leeching off of you. He roaching and using you. And it's bringing you down. You let him stay at your house and all this different stuff, man. The man ain't trying to get a job. The man ain't help you out. The man ain't paying what's the cheapest bill? He ain't paying nothing. But you continue to allow yourself to be treated like that. Same in a relationship. This dude ain't doing nothing but laying on your couch, eating all your food, breaking your son's PlayStation. He on your son's PlayStation more than your son is. Always hitting you up for money. That you stay with him. You would not leave him. He done smacked you upside the head a couple times, cussed you out, disrespect you, called out your name, embarrassed you in front of your friends and family a few times, all this different stuff. But nobody can explain why you continue to stay. I know why. Because we love to be mistreated. We love it. Man, I know I don't. Yes, you do. See? Because the lack of love for ourselves plays into that heavy. Because one thing about it, when you see people that do that, even going back to the stores and the businesses in our neighborhoods and all that, when you see an individual or a group of people who continue to go back to that which does them wrong, that points to a lack of self-love. Because I can't love myself and allow you to treat me like that. It's impossible. The two don't go together. Because if I love and respect myself, it's no way in the world. See? Self-respecting people don't do that. Self-respecting people like, hey man, I'm not gonna let you talk to me like that. I'm not gonna let you treat me like that. You can still have feelings for the person, but I'm not gonna let you treat me like that. I got respect for myself. So at the very worst, if you don't give it to me, the respect, I'm gonna maintain it because I got it for myself. Not gonna happen on my watch. Let's take it a step further. When you look at it from a societal angle, just out here in society, look at all of the mistreatment that takes place, that comes down from government, from state, on those levels. Law enforcement. Look how law enforcement treats you in the neighborhood. It's not like watching Leave It to Beaver. And the police officer's going through the neighborhood. He's cruising through the neighborhood and waving at the, hey, how you doing? Nah. They walk, they riding around already in ag mode, already looking for something, just the slightest thing, the slightest nothing to jump out on you and get aggressive with you. See? But it's allowed to happen because of our lack of unity, where we don't have that code, we don't have that collective group of rules and regulations among ourselves, and as it relates to our community, and as it relates how we allow ourselves to be treated, we don't have that. And as a result, they use our disunity against us. That's the reason why one or two police officers can be openly disrespecting or brutalizing one of us with 50 of us around, and all we do is go, man, he ain't do nothing. Get off him. Come on, man. Y'all wrong, man. No, I'm filming. Don't worry about it, bro. I'm filming it. They don't care about that. They care nothing about that. Look dead in your camera and say cheese, probably. That mistreatment and the lack of us pushing and forcing accountability and pushing and forcing results and effect from it, it turns it into a cycle. That's why we can't count on one hand, two hands, 5 sets of hands. We can't count all of the victims that we've had of police brutality and police murder. They just shot an unarmed pregnant black woman 5 times. Shot her 5 times, man. Unarmed, pregnant, shot 5 times. But life goes on, right? Because there was no retaliatory move made. There's never a retaliatory move that's made that puts law enforcement on alert to say to themselves, we better not do that. Yeah, we in this situation. We in this standoff situation. We in this traffic stop. We're in this confrontation with this particular person. It would be etched in their mind. I don't care how fast it's moving. It would be etched in their mind. Hey, look, if this person ain't posing no real threat to us, do not pull no pistol. Do not shoot this person. They would know not to do it if we had a history of dealing with them when they do that. And I know what you're thinking. You thinking I'm just talking about physical. You thinking I'm just talking about some kind of physical retaliation. I'm talking about also hitting them in their pocket. And I don't mean just suing the police department, because people have got paid from suing the police department and all this, but that doesn't get to the vein. The dope ain't getting right to the vein. See, the dope gets to the vein if the police officer's money starts being affected some kind of way. If that was some type of punishment to where the police officers' pension was threatened, or their money was threatened, or they were being directly sued, and it was affecting their bottom line or their retirement or something like that, you would see a difference. Because a lot of them love their money more than they hate you. See? So you see the lady get shot 5 times, unarmed. But then you see the guy in Buffalo, he gets arrested, he handcuffed, he calm and cool. You know, see, they know what they doing. It's not a training issue. It's none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with a training issue or they panicked or they thought they saw something that they didn't see and they reacted and nah, they know what they doing. As soon as they know who they're dealing with, that is how they determine how they're gonna deal with it. See? But we love to be mistreated. So even if you get out there and march and protest and all that and throw a brick at a car, some police car, or something, and when the smoke clears, it'll be back to business as usual, and then somebody else will fall victim the same way. Then we'll repeat the cycle of outrage without results, without any type of change, and make the mistake of begging the system to change their policies. That's not going to ever happen. Man, we gotta make them change how they. No, we gotta change how we get down. We gotta change how we get down with each other, which is really the first move. Because as long as we out here shooting and killing each other, we're being counterproductive to the cause of unifying against a common enemy. It don't work. It don't go together. It's not a good look if we out here fighting and killing each other. We're not showing any solidarity among ourselves. Then we turn around and talk about how bad the system is doing us. It's not a good look. Gotta fix us. We gotta fix us. And we can't be the kind of people that look to them to fix us. See? Because if we look to them to fix us, you look into the same people who broke us. Hey man, I know you just broke my arm, but can you set it for me and give me a cast? No, I'm the one who broke it. I wanted it to be broke. See? That's not how it works. We asking the person who made your car, who stole your, who drained your battery to give you a boost. It's not how it works. They're not going to save us. We have to save us. And once we start unifying, then God is going to come in and take us to another level. But he can't do it when we scattered out like we scattered out, arguing over every little thing. Division between the man and the woman. The man is this, the man is this, the woman is that, the woman is that. The problem with y'all men is this. No, the problem with y'all women is this. And we lump everybody in the same boat. We lump all of each other in the same boat based off of our personal experiences. It's not gonna work. We gotta fix us. If you are in a household and it was you, your son, daughter, husband, whatever, however your household is constructed, and y'all were having issues within your household, and then all of a sudden some strangers knock on your door and start telling you, well, this is what we're gonna do to fix your family. You would go crazy, you cuss them out. Kick them out the house, rightfully so. Because in your mind, you're like, man, this is my family. I'm gonna be the one. We're gonna figure this out together. We're gonna fix this together. I don't need you coming in my house trying to tell me what I need to do. See, that's why them old school parents, our parents, and before that, them old school parents, they didn't play all that. The child called CPS. I'm gonna call CPS, or a neighbor in your business. You're not abusing your child. You might have disciplined your child, and then some neighbor nosy call the people. I think that they're abusing that child. I saw the dad catch him outside and spank him back into the house. He's being abused. No, he ain't. Then they come over there, and then, like I say, the old school real parents flip out. I don't know if y'all remember. See, back when I was little, they used to have this number. Who old enough to remember that little child abuse number? They used to tell the children on the thing, if you're being abused, call this number. It's the child abuse number. And at some point, I feel like every child back in those days, well, not every, but a lot of us threatened, I'm gonna call that child abuse number on you, telling that to their mom. And what your mama said when you threatened to call that child abuse number? I ain't gotta say it. Y'all tell me what your mama said when you were stupid enough to tell your mama you was gonna call the child abuse people on them. I'll wait. You know what she said? Let me see. I'm trying to see if y'all know what she said. If y'all had them kind of mamas. See, real mama gonna say, go ahead and call her. It's gonna be some scenarios. It's gonna be 4 or 5 answers. It ain't gonna be one definitive answer. It's gonna be either, let's see if you can make it to the phone to call them. That's one. 2 is gonna be, okay, go ahead and call them, and let's see what condition you're gonna be in when they get here. That's 2. 3 is, okay, go ahead and call them, and I'm gonna wait for them to get here, and I'm gonna whoop both of y'all. That's 3. See? I'm just saying. Some of y'all might not have grown up in a household with a real parent that is not going to be intimidated because some little child trying to do a power play talking about they're going to call the people on you, and they know you're not abusing them. They getting you right. They disciplining you, so you don't want to be disciplined. So I'm going to call the people on you. See? And it don't matter if it's the police, because the police do not own your children. The school district does not own your children. The social workers and the counselors, they don't own your children. They don't have power over your children. They don't have a say-so or power on how you run your household if you know you're not abusing that child. Because we grew up old school. Our mamas didn't subscribe to that, I'm not going to whoop my child. I'm not going to spank my child. Oh, yes. Raise your hand if you caught whoopings growing up. I got my hand already up first. If you caught a whooping growing up, raise your hand. See? Because I'm going somewhere. Ain't too many of y'all, man. This the suburb chat. I know Marty caught a whooping. I already know. We caught some whoopings out. But peep the game, though. What I just got through talking about, well, let me ask this question. For all of y'all who caught whoopings growing up, and you know that those whoopings were not abuse, right? You just caught a whooping. Because when you caught one, you know You deserved it. I can't think of any whoopings that I caught growing up that I didn't deserve. I can't think and go, well, that time mama was wrong that time. I didn't do it. I can't think. Now, y'all might have a few where mama might have missed. I don't know. Everyone I caught, I should have caught. Few of them I didn't catch that I should have caught. So the question is, as an adult now, every one of those times when you caught your whoopings growing up, how many of you have the understanding now to appreciate the fact that you had a parent who disciplined you in that way, but with love? How many of you appreciate it? Because a good parent had the mindset of that, I'm going to handle you now to prevent from them folks handling you outside my door. See? So that's the pain. That's another example of the good pain, the pain that brings out and yields a good result. You took that. Now, some people call some excessive whoopings. Now, let's keep it real. Sometimes I grew up around some of the homeboys. I'm like, man, your mama whooped you for that? Man, my mama wouldn't know all the time whoop her like that. You know, it had to be something like, okay, man, I got to go and get you this time. But I know I had some people that like, man, that boy caught a whooping for not tying the bread all the way up right. It's like, man. But then you grow up and you understand. And some people go in different directions. Some people go, well, I'm not going to discipline my child like that. I'm not going to do it because I caught enough whoopings when I was growing up. I just don't think, I think there's a better way to parent. And I mean, and that's your way. That I'm not talking bad about you. I'm not condemning. But it's a scripture that says, spare a rod, spoil a child. So no, you don't just be just mopping the floor with your child and punting him through the house and Peter rolling him all in the backyard. No. But you gotta lay hands on them sometime. And that instills, along with other principles, instills in them how to carry themselves when they are out in public. You become the kind of parent you only got to say something one time. Or better yet, you become the kind of parent that you got some parents that only got to say it one time, and you got other parents that only got to give you a look. Some parents just got, you be over there doing, some parents will be like, and then the children are just, they just stop. So they already know. But at the same time, you teach them self-respect. You teach them self-respect and respect for others and respect for other people's property. Because you can tell those who don't teach that, and I'm still on subject, you can tell those who don't teach that when you have friends and family members who bring their children to your house. And you see how they act in your house. And they running through they first time ever coming to your house, they running through your house, about to knock your TV over and all that. And you like, whoa. And their mom and dad ain't said nothing to them. And you looking at that, because I don't want to snap on nobody's children, but I'm looking at you first like, hey, man, get your son, bro. Your son is playing Frisbee with my dinner plates right now. Your son is standing on top of my coffee table about to do a backflip off of it. And you sitting there smiling like it's cute. We're not going to do that. So you know the difference. Then you have other friends and family members who, soon as their son, daughter, just bad at doing things, hey, sit down. You're not at home. Sit down. See? That's a difference. But the problem is a lot of us wait too late to try to instill that type of discipline and respect in the child. You done waited till you're 15 now and out of control. Can't do nothing with him no more. The toothpaste is out the tube now. You can't put it back. You have to start early. See? And then what happens is they grow up and they start to mistreat and disrespect you as a parent. And you're going to always love your child, but now you're in a dilemma because you can't control them. They're out of control. And you worried about them because you know how the world is. And then you worried about yourself because now you scared of your own child because he buck wild, she buck wild and then taking over the household and you don't know what to do. You go, I don't know what to do with him. You just, I don't know how my son got like that. Yeah, I know how he got like that. They told you long time ago, hey, hey man, you better put something on that boy. Hey, quit letting that boy just do it. Didn't stop him. Didn't stop him. Now your 16-year-old daughter, she's squaring up with you. She's ready to square up with you. See? We go to work. And we need to make money. We need our livelihood. We need to pay bills and all that. But we let folks talk to us and treat us like trash at work. Sometimes jobs, you got to do what you got to do. And, you may not even be making a lot. And now you subjecting yourself to this kind of treatment over small amounts of money. And I don't care if it's big amounts of money. But you're being mistreated at work. And rather than say, hey, man, look, I'm going to do my job. I came here to do my job. I'm going to do my job. I always do it. I'm on time. I'm respectful. But I'm not going to allow myself to be disrespected like that. You just take it. You just take it. Then we make the mistake of complaining about it. And I ain't saying go in there and cuss your boss out and slap you. Hey, look, because I'm not going to be able to take up your slack and pay your bill. Don't go in there trying to say, K-Rino said, then show up at my door with your suitcases. I'm saying that there's a way to express the fact that you're not going to allow yourself to be disrespected, even when you're paying me. Because that is not going to make me, the little crumbs and the money you're giving me is not something that's going to make me bow down or pull back my self-respect. See? But then we complain and we whine about this job is okay, well, figure out how to make yourself independent. Figure out how to become your own boss. Because it's something that you participate in on a daily basis, whether it's a job, whether it's your interaction with other people, whether it's whatever. If it brings you so much misery and pain, you need to distance yourself from it. You need to cut it loose. Otherwise, read the title. I'm going to feel like, well, you must love being mistreated because you won't let it go. You don't print enough money to make me to stay in a cycle of abuse and disrespect and mistreatment. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. One time, this dude hit me up, right? And he wanted to get a feature from me. Everybody that's in, rap fans, y'all know what a feature is. That's when somebody pays you to drop a verse on their project. They pay you for your services. They want to do a song with you. So he wanted to do a song with me. And I have a rule that you have to pay me in full before I do the work for you. You have to trust me that I'm going to do the work and send you back the verse if you out of town. This guy was out of town. If I'm in the city, I'll go to the studio you at and we'll just do it on the spot. But this guy was out of state, and he wanted, what he asked initially was, he said, man, can I give you half now and then half when you finish? I said, no, we can't do it like that, because many, many years ago, I did that with somebody and they burned me. So I said, well, I can't be nice like that no more. I can't let you get me like that no more. So now my rule is you got to trust me. So I need the whole payment in full. Then I will send you back the vocals. I told this cat, I say, man, look, here's the deal. Typically, when I do a feature for somebody, I normally have it back to the person within a 48-hour span. 2 days, 3 at the most. But I try to always make sure to let them know, hey, man, you're looking at about 2 or 3 days. In this particular situation, I told the guy 2 days, 48 hours. My engineer went out of town or something. He was out of pocket. I wasn't able to get in the studio within the 48-hour time frame, even though I had everything ready. I had written the verse, everything was on deck. I just couldn't get in. After 48 hours, in 2 seconds, the dude hit me back via email. He was going in. Man, you said you was gonna have it back in 2 days. I can't, I'm reading, I'm just expressing it how I thought he might be saying it. But I was reading what he was saying. You said you was gonna have it back in 2 days, man. It's been 2 days. It was like 48 hours and 2 seconds, bro. So, man, see, that's messed up, man. I didn't know you was scamming like that. I didn't know you was a scammer, man. And he just going in. So I politely hit him back. And I said, bro, my engineer is not in pocket. I apologize for not having it within the time frame that I said I would have it. Because you got to do that. Because I told him 2 days, and it was 2 days and 2 seconds. I said, he should be back tomorrow. I say, but if he's not back tomorrow, I will go to a different studio and I'll drop the verse for you at a different studio and get it done. Just give me another day. He wasn't trying to hear that. Oh man, you gonna scam me over that money, man. You can have the money, man. You can have the money. If you need the money that bad, you can have the money. This is how he talking. So I said, nah, bro, I'm not trying. Just listen, bro. Just like I got through explaining earlier, you have to always have on record that you handled the situation as respectfully and as calm and as dignified as you can until it escalates, until they escalate. But you don't escalate. I'm teaching y'all something right now. So the next time I replied, I say, bruh, again, I apologize. I say, I'll tell you what I'll do. This is what I'll do. I say, if you got another beat, send me another track and I'll do the one you sent me at first plus another one for free, just to hopefully make up for the inconvenience. That was my offer to him. I thought it was a pretty good offer. He came back and said, no, man, I'm gonna let everybody know that you out here scamming people, man. So then I got mad because I knew at that point I had done everything that I could do to try to clean this up and make it right. Like any customer service person would do, because he was a customer for me. You know, I'm running a business. He was a customer. So it's like going to a store or restaurant. If somebody, they get it wrong, good customer service may say, oh, I apologize. Well, let us replace that. Or I'll tell you what, we're going to replace that. We're going to give you a new one. And then we'll throw in some da 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 da. That's what I was doing. So I told the dude, I said, well, man, you know what? Here's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to send you all of your money back, every penny of it. And the weird part about it is that when I told him that I was going to send his money back, that's when he got quiet. That's when he calmed down. But it wasn't calm like, I'm glad I'm getting my money back. It was more surprised that I was going to give the money back, because I guess for some reason he thought that the money was just somehow going to make or break me. So he was like, man, I know I might have overreacted. And, you know, now I don't want to hear it. I said, well, it don't matter, bro. I say the money's already back in your thing. It's already back. Well, man, you know, I've been having some problems at home. And see, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But the moral of the story is, when you're in a situation where whatever side of it that you're on, whether you're the customer or whether you are the person that's being patronized by a customer, you don't allow yourself to be disrespected. You don't allow yourself to be mistreated, even if it's based around some money or even if it's based around a person that you care about. Nah, not gonna do me any kind of way. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. All right, y'all. Y'all know the drill. We got an OG. We got a top shelf OG in the chat right now, man. Y'all know the drill. We give OG salutes on this channel. And when I tell you, this one of the brothers who have always been a great influence on me, this one of my OGs. You know, I've been doing it a long time, but I love to say this about him because he one of my OGs. I was just talking to him about 2 or 3 days ago, and he was giving me some game. Every time I talk to him, he give me game, even if it's just by accident in conversation. So we got the one and only Ghetto Boys, OG, Mr. Willie D is in the building. Look, we're not going to do the regular salute. I want everybody in the chat to type in no more talk. NOMO talk. Everybody that's in here right now, drop no more talk in the chat in honor of my brother, the great Willie D. It's my guy, man. I want to see it. Load the chat up with no more talk, man. There you go. One of the realest in and out of the industry. One of the realest you're going to come across, man. Show my brother some love, y'all. Straight up. Always an honor to have an all-time great. All-time great. Not, oh, well, he's a pretty good rapper. Yeah, he all right. He cool for you. No, all-time great. Now, anybody you mention, that's what I'm talking about. Show my brother some love, man. Without a doubt. See? We're not going to ever compromise ourselves for money, and we're not going to ever compromise ourselves for people that we love that don't give us that love back. You got to know how to cut people off. And it hurts to cut people off sometimes. That's just a fact, bro. It's everybody in here have cut somebody off that they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to give up. You didn't want to give up on that person, man. People have had to cut their own children off. Somebody get on dope real bad. You tried everything you could do to help them out. But they got to want to help themselves. See? And it hurts. But sometimes the cutoff is the wake-up call for some people. Not everybody. Some people, you lose them. But sometimes when the right person cut them off, that's what make them go, whoa. I never thought mama would stop fooling with me. Never thought baby girl would stop messing with me because she always was there. No matter what I did, she opened the door. That night, she didn't let you in. Because she reached a point where she stopped being in love with being mistreated. So when I say we love to be mistreated, yeah, you not necessarily in a literal sense, but that's how we act. It's a saying in the nation that says we love the devil because he gives us nothing. That's why we continue to follow and chase behind these political parties and these politicians, and we go through the same cycle every time over and over again because we start clamoring to see how much nothing we gonna get this time. My guy gonna give us the most nothing this time. No, man, my guy gonna give us the most nothing. My Democrat gonna give us the most nothing. Nope, my Republican gonna give us the most nothing. And we sitting there arguing about that instead of saying, well, what are we gonna give each other? What about the something that we can give each other? They have proven they're not gonna give us nothing. They're not gonna do nothing for us. They only show up when it's time to reel us in. And once they got the fish in the basket, put some ice on him, close him up, take him to the house, scale him up, cut him up, drop you in the pan, put some grease in there and drop you in the pan and fry you up real good. We the fish. Police, government, your job, certain relationships, these racist store owners in our community prove over and over again that they don't love us. And we keep going back. Abusive relationship, Stockholm syndrome, straight up Stockholm syndrome. Patty Hearst. We like the black Patty Hearst. We done incorporated ourselves in it. We talk about America, and the first thing come out of our mouth in reference to the United States of America, we start saying we. When you refer to America, you say, well, we need to go over there. We need to do that. See, that's the thing about the United States. See, we, ain't no we. You ain't considered a part of this. Us is we. Almost $2 trillion in spending power on an annual basis from the black community, and nothing to show for it. Got a few little businesses in the hood here and there. They trick us with the showing of the handful of millionaires and billionaires that they have produced in America. Y'all got Oprah. Y'all got Michael Jordan. Y'all got Bill Cosby. Y'all got who else? Tiger Woods, whoever you can think of. But the majority, if not all of them, at some point, they showed them that their billionaire status is meaningless. Because what this system loves to do, they love to build a black person up and hold them up to the moon like Kunta Kinte, and then show the whole world that I'm finna show you that I still control the biggest and the best of y'all, or the so-called best. I still run y'all. Watch how I slap him down. That's a sign to us Because if they don't respect the so-called high status black people, what you think they care about you? That's why they shooting us down in the street like dogs. But also the reason why they don't respect them is because they made them. See? If I get a bunch of parts and build me a bicycle, I got a seat from over here, some wheels from over there, I found me a frame, I built it. I can do whatever I want to do with it. So anybody that's allowed to reach that point, it was by their permission. They allowed it. They let them get there. And the first time they break step, now I'm a show. See, this is a slave master practice. The slave master always took the biggest, strongest, baddest slave and made a public example of them in front of all of the other slaves. But in that time, it was more of a physical public example. We're going to beat him in front of everybody. We're going to emasculate him in front of everybody. Now it's more technical. It's done in a different way. We're gonna destroy his reputation. We're gonna break him and take his money. We're gonna put him in a position where now he has allegations and charges of whatever situation, or something we already knew he did, and we just hold that card, and then we slam that card on the table when it's time. So the techniques, they metamorphosize over time. They change. They evolve. But the results are similar because it puts fear in the other slaves. So we love the devil because the devil gives us nothing. Hey, man, I got nothing but love for y'all, man. Let me see. Drop y'all locations real quick. You know, I always like to see where my folks is at. Drop your location. Send me your location. Tina Peter OG up in this thing. There's a YG Muhammad. Yeah, man, drop y'all locations, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Let me send y'all some love real quick. Send y'all some love real quick, man. If you ain't hit the like button, do so for your brother now. Drop it for your big brother. Hold on, I gotta go back down, y'all. That's why I'm okay, there we go. My bad, y'all. Extreme chaotic carnage. That boy on the moon. San Antonio, Central Florida, Bay Area. Yeah. Ridgemont 4, okay. H-Town. What's that, Nina? What's that? Maine. Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy, you be everywhere. Baton Rouge, Tucson, Arizona, Melbourne, Australia, Cali, Montgomery, Texas, California again, Cali again, Southwest Side, STP, Minnesota, Austin. We all over the place, man. Augusta, Georgia, Arkansas, Southeast Texas, man. Just want to show y'all some love, man. Y'all know what it is. Dead End salute, Marty Marr. Augusta, Belfast, all over the world, man. H-Town again, San Antonio again. Yeah, man. Is that Wollongong, Australia? North Carolina, Alabama, 205 up in this thing, man. That's Beham. Surrounding areas. Hey, man, blessings to y'all, man. I appreciate the love. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.